So, what happens if you bring both Javik and Edi to Sur'Kesh? Because both Edi and Javik are some of the least picked squadmates overall in Mass Effect 3, I thought it'd be fun to try this squad selection. But before I show you the results, I just want to remind you guys to check out my other Mass Effect content after you've watched this video. If you love Mass Effect, then this channel is the place for you. Oh, and remember to leave a like. It helps the channel a lot. Also, spoilers inbound. Now, as not to bore you too much, I'll just give you a brief summary of the mission. Sur'Kesh is the homeworld of the Salarians, and is also the planet where the last known fertile Krogan females are being kept.
So the Dalatress here sent in a team to clean up the whole mess, and to take them prisoner.
Where did you get this? It could be a fabrication.
Don't insult me. Those are my people. They're immune to the genophage, and you're going to give them back.
Dalatress, is this true?
How will curing the genophage benefit my people?
How long do you think you'll last alone against the Reapers? Because if you don't help, that's how it'll end up.
And I'll be the last friendly Turian you ever see.
So because the Turians need the assistance of the Krogan to defend their homeworld, the Krogan leader will only agree to help with the war effort if the Krogan genophage gets cured. These leaders being Wrex or his brother Reeve, who replaces Wrex if he's, well, dead.
Got to do this my way.
So if you pick both Edi and Javik, both of them will have prioritized voice lines and responses depending on who you're talking to during the mission.
Let diplomacy play out, Wrex. You'll get what you want.
These females are the best, and probably last hope for my people.
Then we'll slaughter the Salarians if they get in our way.
Who's that?
He's a Prothean.
Sometimes I'm not sure if the Normandy's a warship or a traveling freak show. But as long as he can hold a gun.
Commander, I have
The second interaction is when you see the Yahg in the container, which causes Edi and Javik to say the following.
Wix, and I appreciate your understanding, Commander. With war on everyone's minds, our people are on edge.
Careful! Watch the containment shield!
I believe Liara is well acquainted with that species.
They were much smaller in my cycle.
Okay, so we're off to a good start with Javik being as hilarious as ever. Before you go to rescue Eve, you can talk with Wrex for a bit. If you do, this is what follows if you brought Javik and Edi.
I don't like this. I should be the one going in.
How about you stay here and we only fight one war at a time?
That was just good old-fashioned Krogan hot air. If it had been real, they'd be dead.
Idle threats are empty threats.
Maybe when this war is over, you can come live on Tuchanka. You'd fit right in.
Who tipped you off about the females here?
Sorry, Shepard, but they're listening to every word we say. I prefer my Salarian liver served raw.
He is correct. It was a delicacy in our cycle.
Back on the Normandy, you said Reapers were sighted on Tuchanka.
Clans Jorgal and Ravenor sighted a few landing parties. The Reapers are up to something. Tuchanka may be a pile of radioactive rubble, but it's our pile. Then we'll fight to the last Krogan to keep it that way.
And that's exactly what it will take.
We're Krogan. We're ready.
You can never be ready for what's coming.
What do you know about these females?
They weren't fertile, so we used them as decoys to draw off enemies from the ones who were. But Malin's experiments changed that. These damn pyjacks stole them right out from under us.
That's a pretty brutal way to treat your women, Wrex.
The females suggested it. We've had to make a lot of tough choices to ensure we don't all die off.
Your females are wise.
It's just one more thing that'll get better when the genophage is cured.
Are the Krogan ready to fight the Reapers?
Ever since Sovereign showed up, I figured this day would come. My people have spent too much time selling ourselves out as mercenaries. Now we can get back to doing what Krogan do best. Saving everyone else from giant monsters.
I assume you're referring to the Rachni Wars.
Well, it sure wasn't synthetics that stopped them. Besides, your kind might have helped them.
I really do like how Wrex's response is tailored to Edi being a synthetic. And then we have Javik, who just has to be a smartass as always. The next interaction we see is when you engage in conversation with Tolan. Edi is very talkative during this conversation, and considering that Tolan is very aggressive in his attitude to Shepard, I like how Edi, who's an AI, looks at it from a logical standpoint. Check it out.
Security seems high. Are you expecting trouble?
You've revealed the existence of Krogan who are immune to the genophage, Commander. Word will get out. We're now a prime target.
This is the only way to get the Krogan and Turians to cooperate.
And us? Will we pay for your political expediency?
A part of me admires the Solarian capacity for considering all outcomes.
And the other part?
One wonders how many allies you'll have left when this war is over.
What do you think about the experiments on the Krogan females?
I was part of the team that found them on Tuchanka. I wanted them eliminated, but our scientists insisted we bring them back for study. I don't need science to tell me fertile Krogan will be dangerous. I hope we don't pay for misguided mercy.
Perhaps we will consider that logic when Reapers attack this world.
Nice.
It sounds like you don't agree with what I'm doing here.
You're upsetting a balance of power that stood for 1,000 years. And if you succeed, we're ill-prepared to face a resurgent Krogan.
The Krogan aren't the problem anymore. The Reapers are.
For now. But once the Reapers are dealt with, history will repeat.
An outcome that can't be discounted.
The Solarians uplifted the Krogan. You wanted them violent.
And then we neutered them when we realized our mistake. The same mistake you're making all over again.
One hopes with Wrex as the Krogan leader, their tendency for violence can be controlled.
Hope is hardly a winning strategy.
Are the Solarians ready to fight the Reapers?
Best way to win a fight is to avoid it altogether. But now, this business with the Krogan, you may have drawn us into it.
The odds of your world avoiding this conflict are remote.
We'll see.
If Captain Kirrahe survived during Virmire in Mass Effect 1, he takes Tolan's place. And in that case, Javik would be prioritized instead. Have a listen.
Failing that, create trouble for someone else. Our enemies have the same idea.
A good principle to live by.
Who's this?
He's a friend.
A Prothean.
Prothean. Of course. Amazing what they can do with genetic modification these days. Some new psychological tactic, Commander? Give the Reapers a good scare? And what are you really? Drell? Turian?
Prothean.
Oh. I see.
Now, I don't blame Kirrahe for not believing Javik being a Prothean. I do find his reaction hilarious, however. When you finally do make your way down to the elevator to Eve, you meet up with Mordin. Here's what transpires with Javik and your squad.
Shepard, excellent timing. Good to have you here.
Mordin!
Eyesight still sharp. Surprise understandable. Hadn't expected to return to work.
His speech is strange.
A Prothean. Excellent.
You're back with STG?
Special consultant. Had to be me. Someone else might have gotten it wrong.
This short interaction is very reflective of their characters, as both Mordin and Javik are very matter-of-factly type of people. The following sequence is the banter you'll see during the rescue of Eve.
Careful. There goes the next Shadow Broker.
I doubt Dr. Tassoni would be amused. Cerberus appears to be well motivated.
The end of a cycle always marks the beginning of chaos.
You sound as if you speak from experience.
I do.
Dr. Solus's theory is likely true. Cerberus was informed of the Krogan's presence. Their response time is too rapid.
Every war has its traitors.
It's impressive, but I prefer my body.
And you'll be dead if you don't start shooting.
And that's it for this video. If you have any suggestions that you'd like to see in squad variations and such, leave it as a comment down below. And as always, have a great day, Ensign Squad. Mr. Holton, out.